5 years ago, a global catastrophe occurred in the world. Hong Kong, like many other cities, was nearly destroyed by a massive tsunami. One of the women miraculously managed to survive. Her name is Asha, and she has been living in a half-destroyed building in the city for 5 years. It has everything necessary for life. Women hide all their valuables in various secret spots. They also use a homemade flashlight since, of course, there is no electricity here. Asha has a small supply of drinking water. She starts a fire and makes herself hot tea. The woman drinks it on the roof. Looking at the almost completely destroyed Hong Kong, Asha takes out and turns on the radio, but all the channels are constantly filled with static. Suddenly, a man's voice comes on the air. He says there is a survivor in the city and gives his coordinates. However, the last digits are inaudible due to interference. Asha gathers fresh water and brews instant noodles. She is worried because it hasn't rained in a long time. While eating, our heroine remembers her past. She was a beautiful, happy, and wealthy girl who had a great time with her friends. Asha looks through binoculars and notices a box in the water. Using a homemade harpoon, she manages to pull it closer and then drag it into her building. In the process, she injures her hand. Our heroine opens the box, but there is nothing useful inside except a bottle of wine. She has to use the wine to disinfect her wound. Asha bandages her hand and takes a sip from the bottle. After that, she takes a makeshift shower, sitting on a chair, and continues to observe the deserted city. In the house opposite, the woman notices several people. A fight breaks out between them. Someone on the roof is watching her. Asha notices this. Apparently, looters have appeared in Hong Kong. The woman urgently hides all her belongings, covers her tracks on the floor with sand, and climbs into a secret compartment in her wardrobe. Soon several looters appear in her house. They turn everything upside down in search of food and valuables. However, our heroine has hidden very securely and the bandits do not find her. When they leave the building, Asha emerges from her hiding place. She is safe. At night, she dreams of nightmares and the terrible day when the tsunami occurred. Now, every new day is like the previous one. This woman has only one goal: to survive at any cost. Asha notices another box in the water. Inside is a mannequin and a wig. Soon, the woman finds a box with food. There is jam that hasn't spoiled. It's so delicious. Asha notices a girl floating on debris in the water. She shows no signs of life. However, soon our heroine hears a suspicious noise in her house. The same girl appears behind her. Hearing her cough, the woman grabs a flashlight. She finds the girl, but she fights her off and runs away. The little girl lights a lantern and searches the house. Meanwhile, Asha again sinks into her memories. She loved shopping and buying new things with her best friend. The woman notices that the little girl has stolen some of her things. She sees her new neighbor peacefully sleeping on the couch and realizes she can't harm the child. The girl wakes up and tries to hide what she stole. She finds a mannequin in one of the boxes and plays with it. She also notices an envelope with old photos of our heroine. Seeing them, Asha begins to cry. She makes 2 portions of noodles, one for herself and one for the girl, because a child should not go hungry. Asha had a younger half-sister named Amy. However, the woman didn't love her very much because she had to share her things with her. Asha was terribly angry when the family necklace from their grandmother was given not to her but to her sister. But now she shares the last of her food supplies with an unfamiliar child, and a new day begins. Our heroine eats on the roof, and the girl mimics Asha. For the first time in many years, the little girl manages to make her laugh. Asha remembers her past again, how happy her life was, and she didn't appreciate it at all. At night, the woman wakes up and hears the girl crying bitterly. Asha tries to comfort her. The girl introduces herself as Hey Hey. Asha has nightmares again about the day the tsunami happened. This catastrophe took so many lives. Asha tells Hey Hey to follow 3 rules. Don't touch her things, don't lock the door, and keep quiet. The girl agrees. Days pass one after another. Boring, ordinary, and the same, but can they be different under such conditions? Food supplies are gradually running out. On one of these days, looters appear on the water again. Fortunately, they don't notice anything suspicious and leave. Asha bathes Hey Hey and combs her hair. The woman tells the girl that her necklace is missing. Hey Hey replies that she didn't take anything and locks herself in her room. Asha remembers that she also constantly quarreled with her sister and mother. Night falls, bringing new nightmares with it, even scarier than the previous ones. Hey Hey wakes Asha up. She was screaming in her sleep. The girl asks what is in the room at the end of the corridor. Asha replies that it is a smelly room and shouldn't be open. She remembers that the news often reported about a dangerous flood that completely destroyed Singapore, but her family was sure that nothing bad would happen to them. During another argument, Asha decided to leave home. Hei manages to catch a signal on the radio again and hear a message from a person calling all survivors to him. But Asha doesn't want to go anywhere. She's too scared. Hei is much braver. This courageous girl plans to build a raft to leave and find her grandmother. Asha explains that it's very dangerous outside. However, Hei found a gun among the things, and now she's not afraid of anything. At night, Asha wakes the little girl. It has started to rain and they need to collect as much drinking water as possible. They fill every container they can find. There will be enough water not only for drinking, but also for washing and cleaning dirty clothes. Asha notices a photo on the floor with her sister and remembers her past and fairy tale life again. She admits to Hei that her younger sister is no longer alive, but despite everything, they must keep living. Asha finds her necklace. During the day, she helps Hei make a boat. Seeing it, the girl is overjoyed. We return to the day the tsunami happened. Asha and her sister were walking down the street when the city was suddenly hit by a massive wave. Asha survived, but her sister Amy didn't. All she has left is her necklace. At night, Asha wakes Hei and puts the necklace on the girl. It's time to pack up and set off. Hei accidentally turns on the radio and our heroines decide to wait a bit to make sure no one has noticed them. The coast is clear, they have one last warm meal and then they can set sail. Alas, their plans are doomed as looters appear. Our heroines quickly hide their belongings and themselves in a secret compartment behind the wardrobe. Unfortunately, it turns out there's room for only one person. Asha hides Hei and promises to come back for her. The looters enter the building. Asha hides in the smelly room and covers her nose with a rag. It used to be her room, but now there is a body under a white sheet. The looters turn everything upside down again. Our heroines try not to make a single sound. One of the robbers enters the smelly room. He rips off the sheet, sees two skeletons, and runs away in horror. Asha starts to feel sick. The woman remembers how she and her sister were running from the tsunami. They tried to hide in a building. Many people ran inside. In the crowd, Asha lost her sister. She managed to climb to the roof and survive, but Amy didn't. All that remained was her necklace. The looters take the rest of their food and destroy their boat. Unfortunately, they find Hei in the wardrobe. The little girl shows the bandits where Asha is hiding. They find her and tie her up. The looters decide what to do with her. It seems nothing good can be expected from these people. Seizing the moment, Asha throws herself at one of the bandits, grabs the gun, and pulls the trigger. One enemy down. Using a guitar, Asha takes down the second looter and grabs his knife. She uses this knife against the third bandit, then she uses scissors and the knife again. She douses the fourth female looter with kerosene, locks her in a room, and throws a burning lamp in. Asha fights the fifth bandit on the stairs. He is quite strong, but our heroine manages to get rid of him. Only a boy looter remains in the building. Asha can't hurt the child, so she locks the young criminal on the roof. Unfortunately, the young bandit had a weapon and he manages to wound Asha. Our heroine sees that Hei is sitting in a boat with the last looter. She crafts a makeshift harpoon, launches it at the bandit, but misses. Hei pushes the man off the boat but falls overboard with him. Asha jumps into the water to save the little girl, but a sea predator attacks the bandit. Asha and Hei manage to survive. Moreover, they now have a pirate boat. This means they can sail away and find someone who can help them. During the day, they hear the coordinates of a place where all the survivors are gathering on the radio. They will definitely be accepted since they are bringing a whole box of various food supplies. Their journey is just beginning. Besides, now they have someone to live for.